thanks for taking a look at this video. We're going to go over this air intake of the Mahindra setup. I'm not a big fan of it. I really don't like it that much. Let's go over this measurement. When you are actually pulling in air, you're under 2 inches, right? It's not that too impressive. Lengthwise, we're at 3 3.25, we could say. This is a little over 2 inches, right? The air comes in, has to do like this tornado dealy, which I just hate, right? Then here's the PVC where it connect, positive crankcase ventilation, so PCV, sorry. And then it spits all that oil onto your air filter, yay, right? And then let's see what we got here. Under 2 inches. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Sometimes she seems to starve for air when it's really getting put through the ringer, or you're really pushing it. And well, let me first start off saying or reminding, I'm in El Paso when I'm a little higher, so there's a little less air to grab. It's normally hot, but I've just noticed when I really needed it, when I was crawling in the mountains, that motor just seemed like it was held back a little bit, and it felt like it was struggling to pull in air. And so I went to this, right? It really livened up the motor, and I just tried it. I like it a lot, and here we go. Okay, so we could argue that it's longer. We could argue that its diameter is perhaps a little wider, and that's a cool thing. But I'm gonna say what I like most about it is, boom, it sucks in air right away. And I did go crawling. I drove up incredible steep hills, really soft sand, and it never struggled to breathe. And I noticed a huge difference at torque on the bottom, and the gears carrying through the top. And my favorite part, this is just a PVC coupler, all right, and I wanted to give it a try, and it connected up like perfect. You get this filter at AutoZone pre-oiled, or add your own oil. Some people really don't like this brand. I've used it for a long time on many different vehicles, never had a problem, so I stuck with it. This isn't like the permanent setup for it. This is just temporarily. I grabbed some lining so it would stay in place, and it seems to work really good where it's at. And I will tell you, it sounds way cooler, but it does perform better. It really does. And what I like about it is I know that it's getting air, just sucking in air. It's not having to travel through here, through here, through here, and then be hindered by also sucking in recycled oil, right? And that bothers me a lot. And I haven't had this set up yet. I'm just running this line to the ground. Eventually I'll set it up with a catch can, this line right here, just like I did with one of my previous vehicles, and call it a day. I'm going to give it a start, and we'll see what you guys think. I like it. Of course, I'm going to say I like it, right? But no, seriously, it makes a huge difference. And people who have driven with me and driven this have all said that they can't believe how much better response at the top of the gears while it's climbing that it has, and low in torque. And now I get it, right? We can all say right away, hey, the computer's only going to take what it's going to take. But if you think about it, if it's more readily available for use, meaning the air into the engine, you're going to get a better response overall. Imagine putting like a straw in your mouth and trying to suck air for 15 minutes or 5 minutes or 2 minutes. That's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be annoying, right? Now, same concept. Whatever the engine wants, it immediately gets. Let's give it a start. Sorry for the I don't have a GoPro yet, and I apologize. So it sounds pretty much the same, right? But you can hear the air that's getting drawn. Couple more times just to try to help the sound get picked up so you can hear the difference. And my channel is all about my few hobbies that I have or whatever I'm currently working on, sharing budget things that have worked for me, that I like. Because if you think about like I think I saw the cold air intake setup for this was around 200 bucks, and don't quote me on that. I know it was expensive. It was way more than what I was thinking about spending and or wanting to spend. I mean, look how much space is in here. It's not like a car to where this filter would be like damn near buttered up against the engine. It's got all that air that's traveling in through the bottom. It's got all the air that, well, kind of air that's going through there, not a whole lot. And I like I said, I've noticed a really big difference, and sounds great, and something that I just wanted to share with you. And you can get this filter online, AutoZone, Amazon, and the coupler you can get at Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. I'm going to spray paint this with the same thing that Rhino liner. Yeah, and that way when I reinstall it, it'll look great, and it won't look as tacky, or hell, I might just leave it. Because I'm all about trying to figure out a good solution that can be for the guy that or gal that doesn't have that big huge wallet. And I'm not ashamed about using fixes like this. It doesn't bother me. And when I look at my bank account and I'm like, hey man, I did that for under 30 bucks, that's what makes me happy. And I want other people to experience that too. Don't be ashamed about it. And if you can't afford the $200 setup, hey, that's awesome. If you can't, here's your answer right here. Anyways, please enjoy the video. I hope you did. And thank you for tuning in. And I'll keep you up to date on anything else that I do with this vehicle.